Hi everyone, and welcome to my next recording on the current mixed media that I'm working on. As you can see, I've added more things to the painting. Here I've used a stencil of a butterfly. I have 3 on the painting, and it's good to work with odd numbers in a painting. It makes it much more interesting. Here I've used a brass stencil of a flower, part of a flower. And here I've used foam stamps. I love circles, and I had a small circular foam stamp and a bigger one, and I've also used something called punchinella, and they're like these little tiny holes, and it makes great textures, and so it gives you a variety of sizes and circles, which makes it kind of neat. The next thing I did is painting over the aluminum foil. Now, when you just use regular paint on the foil, it's very hard to stick to the surface, so I used a product called GAC 200, GAC 200. And this GAC 200, when you put about 8 drops to the paint that you're using, it hardens somewhat when you start applying it to the surface of the aluminum foil, and that way it will stick to the foil. Once you've got that first layer on, then you could apply just paint as you normally would. But that first layer with the GAC is really important in order for it to adhere to the surface. I've continued playing around with the gold and the burnt orange, which are analogous color on the color wheel, and they're very warm colors. I'm using a transparent acrylic fluid, which are great. And so at this point, I'm looking at the painting, at the overall painting, and I'm trying to find the area of focus. It's good too to turn the painting around, because then it gives you a different perspective on your painting, and that way you might find something that you may not otherwise see if it's always in the same position, and it gives you an opportunity to alter it to create more balance with your painting. I've turned it around a few times, and I sort of feel that at this point, that might change as the painting develops, that this would be my preferred position. I see something happening here in this area, in this clearing here. I'm looking at it for some reason as a forest right now. Is this the picture that came into my mind this morning, that this is like the clearing in the forest, and this is the inside of the forest. And when I start applying darker colors, it might be quite interesting. So this is what's mulling in the surface of my mind, on the surface of my mind right now, and we'll see where that takes me. Eventually I'll apply more blues and more green to give it cooler colors, so it'll be more balanced. So this is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this session, and before I close off, I will introduce you to my little cat Bijou, who's taking a nap. I don't want to wake him up. Oh, I think I woke him up. Hello, Bijou.